Mason, what are you doing right now?
What do you mean, what am I doing right now? Of course I'm working. I'm busy right now, so don't ask stupid questions.
I'm sorry about that. Are you busy today too?
Yeah, so I'll be home late today too.
Around what time will you come home?
I think around 9 p.m. or later than that.
What about dinner?
I won't be eating at home because eating out is more delicious.
Is that so? Well, you do eat out a lot lately.
Because your cooking tastes bad. It's better to throw that away. It's like eating garbage.
How could you say such a bad thing? You should at least think about how I feel.
Huh? What's that? You complaining? Emotional people are stupid. All you do is complain. You probably can only talk emotionally. You sound so pathetic.
I can't believe you could say such a thing.
There you go again, you're being emotional again. You should maintain your composure. I have a new project going on right now, so I'm very busy every day. I don't have time to go home.
Project? What kind of project?
I've been entrusted with a huge project. I'm putting my life into this.
Is that so?
That's why I don't have time to deal with your complaints. I'm supporting your livelihood, so at least show your gratitude to me.
What do you mean?
Like doing the household chores and showing your sincerity to me?
I think I'm doing household chores pretty well.
You still have a long way to go, you know. You should clean the house properly every day. Because that's your job. I'm making things easy for you as a housewife. So at least do that properly.
You're not making things easy for me. You only give me $100 per month. It's not even enough for just the food budget.
That's because you're bad at budgeting. A normal housewife will be able to do it better. You're not trying hard enough.
Only $100 for 2 people? It's like a YouTube challenge or something.
Don't be so ridiculous. This is why I don't like talking to women. Because women try to get into emotional arguments. You should think more logically. $100 is possible for 2 people in 1 month. So you should be able to do it too. Understood?
Then let me ask you a question. What is your work?
Huh? What are you saying?
Why did I receive a phone call from your office?
Huh?
You were absent from work without leave, right? Also, I heard that you didn't go to work lately. What's the meaning of this?
What are you talking about? Who told you that?
Your coworker told me. What is the meaning of this?
Stop being so emotional. You're being so stupid right now.
That's not the problem. You're not in your office. What in the world are you doing?
I'm working. Didn't I tell you earlier?
You're not in your office. Where are you working then?
It's a different matter from my office.
Different matter? What do you mean?
Now, don't be so emotional. I'm at the race course right now.
What?
Lately, I've been gambling to make money. It seems like I'm getting a little bit of interest now. Today's race was a miss, so I'll go play some slot machines to get my money back.
So does that mean that you've been getting off from work early without permission and going to work late because...
On days when units go in early in the morning and during days when there are races where I really need to go, I prioritize those. That's one of the rules and regulations of a gambler, you know? I'm not an emotional person. That's why I can calmly determine the chances of winning. That's why all those losses we've had all this time are not that much for me, you know? If I think of it as an investment for the future. This amount is not a huge loss for me.
How much did you lose?
That's not important right now, right?
Tell me honestly, how much did you lose?
Until now, it's around $10,000, I think. But it's not as huge as you thought, right?
Are you stupid? It's a very huge amount. You only hand me $100 per month, the amount that you give me for expenses. You lost 10 years worth of that.
Calm down. Those who become emotional.
Are you stupid? You're not even stupid. Only $100 per month for 2 people? That's a very unreasonable amount. I had to use up my savings to do something about our living situation, but you used up everything on slot machines?
It's only slot machines. I also use the money on race courses. Don't misunderstand me.
I don't care which it is. You wanted me to do the chores, so you begged me to be a housewife, but when I become a housewife, you only give me $100 for living expenses every month. How do you expect me to use that amount?
That's because your efforts are...
I already heard you say that earlier. If it's something that can't be solved by effort, I wouldn't be complaining this much. I can't do this anymore. Let's get a divorce.
Huh? That's impossible. Who will be supporting my life without you?
What do you mean?
From now on, I will be living as a spot machine professional. And I'm thinking of quitting my job soon. So I think it will be difficult at first. That's why during that time, I will ask you to support me. That's how a wife and husband should be, right?
How could you depend on me as your wife like that? I mean, about the $10,000 that you lost. What did you do about that? With only your salary, you can't afford that much, right?
Don't worry about it. I just borrowed it for a while. If I win today, I can return the money today. No worries at all.
No worries at all. Don't tell me you borrowed money from your work.
Don't worry about it, because I'm doing well.
You used the money from work without asking permission?
I don't say it like that. I just borrowed a bit. I will properly return what I borrowed, so don't worry about it.
How in the world are you going to return it?
I think I'll win today too, so it's fine. If I ever lose... How much savings do you have?
Are you planning to borrow money from me next? How much did you steal from work?
I told you, don't say it like I stole the money. I just borrowed about $10,000. I'm surprised I didn't find out. Well, if I return the money by the end of the month, I'm sure I can handle it.
I will call your workplace about this.
Huh? What are you saying? You're gonna sue your husband?
What you did is a crime. Your message earlier will be evidence, so...
Don't do something unnecessary! You've gotta be kidding me!
Didn't you say the people who get emotional are stupid? Aren't you being emotional right now?
That's not the problem. Don't do something that will get me in trouble. There's no need for you to tell my boss.
This is a crime, you know. I think you should probably return it right away. By the way, I will file for divorce. I'll be demanding alimony from you.
Alimony? What are you saying I did? I didn't have an affair or anything. And I don't agree with a divorce.
I showed evidence of all the moral harassment that you did to me, and consulted with a lawyer. I didn't know, however, that you were trying to be a gambler, and that you were skipping work. Since you've been coming home late these days, I thought... But I was thinking that I could have gotten more alimony if you were having an affair. But it looks like I can take alimony from you for the moral harassment, so I'll demand alimony from you for that, okay?
Alimony? Is it around $100 or $200?
Of course not. That's way too low.
All I have right now is $50. That too seems to be gone soon, though.
Unbelievable. I can't believe that that's all you have for a 33-year-old office worker.
I would appreciate it if you gave me some instead. Will you please think to rethink the divorce? I wasn't a very bad husband, right? Kelly, let's get along well.
Disgusting. I've been putting up with you for a year now, but it looks like I was just being stubborn. I don't love you at all anymore.
Please don't say that. Let's make up.
You embezzled money from your company and you used that money to gamble. How do you expect me to believe such a gambler?
Anyway, please don't tell my boss about it, because I'll get in huge trouble if you do. If I get back the amount that I lost gambling, I'll go home, so please, let's talk about this face to face. That's okay, right?
Of course not. We have nothing to talk about. Do you really gamble during the day? By the way, I already reported what you did to your boss, so instead of coming home, you should probably go to your workplace and explain things to your boss.
What? Did you really tell my boss about it? I'm screwed!
The police might get involved with that, so you should probably go to your boss before he reports you to the cops.
Why did you do that without telling me first? I'll go home now. I won't forgive you for what you did.
I'm not at home anymore.
What? Did you leave already?
Yes.
You've got to be kidding me!
You always told me that those who become emotional are stupid. I was able to keep my cool and act calmly. Place a divorce registration form on the table. So for the rest, you can contact me through my lawyer. Don't act any dumber than you already did. Then, of course, after the company investigated Mason, he was fired. When Mason's parents heard about what had happened, they returned the money as soon as possible and begged not to make it a criminal case. As for the alimony paid to Kelly, Mason borrowed money from his parents and paid. He couldn't pay rent anymore, so he went back to his parents' home. Not learning from his lesson, he tried to gamble again, but his parents finally had enough of his behavior. So he was sent to work at a faraway fishing village where his relatives are, and rumors say that he's being forced to help with some sort of dangerous fishing activity. I hope that he can pay his debt off as soon as possible.